What is up, guys? I am Soulbash. Welcome back. We are back with some more Paladin Strikes patch notes, updates, information. Here we go. I do apologize though for the couple day wait. I did have some family in town that I have not seen in a while, so it was good to visit with the family. But speaking of family, we have a note from Lionheart himself right before the patch notes. Now this is closed beta 05. They're putting them out pretty quick. This is what Lionheart has to say though. Hi everyone, when you update Paladin Strike, you will notice we have moved some things around. Siege is now the primary game mode and it's always ranked. We added a manual reload and out of combat health regeneration, and there is a new siege map and rotation with the buildings and other new gameplay mechanics. Over the next few months, we will run a lot of experiments, some bigger than others, to learn about what leads to the best experience for both new and veteran players. This means a balance, stability, and live operations may be less than ideal for a temporary period. I hope you will join with us during this important phase and provide constructive feedback on each test. Our goal is to create the best possible game experience for you and others, and to build a game that can sustain itself for many years to come. If you have any questions, please join us on Paladin Strike Discord and participate in our ongoing discussion, or feel free to reach out on social media. Thank you for your support, Lionheart. Now that's pretty awesome. They're adding new stuff in. They're letting us know. I like how transparent these guys really are. They're letting us know what's going on most of the time on like the things that they're trying and testing, what's going to be coming up on the next few months. And I really like that. Thank you for the hard work you guys put in. So let's get on to it. New champion, Ash the War Machine. And we have abilities for her already. Here is a full-blown picture of that. That looks pretty dope. Ash. All right, burst cannon, fire shrapnel round that explodes at AoE damage, dealing 140 damage. So our basic attack is an AoE damage. That's pretty cool. Kinetic burst, superheat your next shrapnel round, applying a knockback to all enemies and a frontal cone, dealing 280 damage. The next ability is called bash. Lower your shoulder and hurtle forward, knock the first enemy you hit into the air and deal 240 damage. The next ability is called shield. You deploy a 1000 health shield, siege shield, that advances forward and it lasts for 6 seconds. And for the last one, we have assert dominance. It is leap forward and plant your banner in the ground, knocking your enemies into the air briefly and creating a damage immunity zone for yourself that lasts for 6 seconds. You must remain in the zone to receive the immunity. Now that sounds pretty dope. That's going to be a great initiate type champion. For legendary runes, we have Fortress Breaker. Siege Shield moves 50% slower and becomes 50% larger. We have also Rally here, slows enemies inside of the Assert Dominance zone by 80% for 3 seconds. Or you have Battering Ram, where you gain CC immunity during Shoulder Bash and push enemies into your path toward the final point. Now for her talents, she has tier 1, you have the option of gaining 15% area damage reduction or reloading 50% faster. Tier 2 is movement speed increases by 20% or reduce cooldown of Siege Shield by 3 seconds. Tier 3 is increased health of Siege Shield by 1000, or you can recover 400 health when hitting enemies with Shoulder Bash. Tier 4, allies basic attacks deal 15% bonus damage with the Assert Dominance zone, or max health increases by 35%. And for Tier 5, you can stun enemies and knock back into walls by Ash for 1 second longer, and reduce cooldown of Shoulder Bash by 2 seconds. So you have the option of those. So those are some very in detail specifically built for her, and a lot different than some of these other ones that we've seen so far. That's pretty unique, I would say. Now we have some skins. This is the Commander Ash skin. That looks pretty dope. I like that. And we have the Firecracker Ash skin, which is very nice as well. And also we have a Zodiac Ying. So we have a new Ying. Of course, I believe that's for the Chinese New Year. That looks pretty dope. And we have a new event, Spring Festival, bundle price 999 crystals. It comes with Firecracker Ash, Zodiac Ying, and a lunar puppy icon. And there's that right there if you couldn't see it before. Look at the little pug. That's pretty cool. All right, new features. The siege map has been reworked to include rooms and buildings. Ooh, I like that. Cliffs and have been added to the edges of maps that players can fall off of. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, because I do know that they have that mechanic in Paladins itself. Players now can manually reload via a button on the bottom right of the UI. Players are able to share stats and purchases with their friends through Facebook. Players who link Facebook are now able to invite friends in game. Optimized the new players tutorial. They added a multi-language support and added auto correction while typing in chat. So there's a pretty cool new features, especially the siege map. I like how they're continuously updating what they have already and making it better. Also the cliffs, they're adding new aspects to the game as well, so I like it. I like it a lot. All right, balances. Balance general and summons. Juggernaut will advance only when players are close to it. Now I like this. That's a cool change, because most of the time when people get the Juggernaut, they just usually are off fighting somewhere. They don't try to push with it. So that's really nice that you have to push with it now. That makes it a lot more in depth than gameplay. The HP of the Juggernaut will increase along with the time. Added a passive ability to regenerate the health of players around the Juggernaut. Okay. And they added a dynamic prompt effect to HP of defense tower and summons. All right. So summons got a pretty good update as well. I like that. For the combat system, HP bar will now display dynamic change when losing health. They optimized damage numbers to show and reduce the delay. They added VFX to capture progression on object points. And they added prompt effect on the avatar bar of the minimap when the ultimates of allies are ready. Optimized prompt effect of screen when low HP, and they added a breathe effect to the screen frame when recovering HP out of combat. Now, those are a lot of visual updates for the combat system. They're pretty cool. Siege mode, they added a dynamic prompt effect when progress bar is increasing. In siege mode, the payload icon has been changed, and in siege mode, the path prompt has been added to the minimap. That's pretty cool. For gameplay, they optimized knockbacks. Players will now recover HP after remaining out of combat for 5 seconds. They reduced the max HP of all champions. They added a refund mechanic to ultimate charge. If a champion dies while still casting their ult, part of the charge is refunding. I like that. I like that a lot. I've run into a lot of times where you get stunned or knocked out of your ultimate and it's just completely wasted. So therein is a refund for it. So that's pretty cool. They added an ability to queue abilities, added a circle countdown for abilities with stacks, added a dynamic ability indicator, and they added status indicator to players' HP bar. So they're adding all kinds of new stuff, optimizing, updating constantly. So this is just the beginning. This is dope. I like the things that they are changing and updating. Let's see what they did with champions. Barrack now has 2 charges. The turret does. Okay. Makoa, the dredge anchor, they adjusted the flying path of the anchor. Fernando, Flame Lance, energy recovers after a short delay after stopping firing. Okay, so that's gonna be something similar to how Grok is when he attacks. Eevee, Ice Block, they added an effect that when the ability ends, damage dealt scales depending on how long you are frozen. Ooh, that's interesting. Depending on if it's for the positive or the negative. We'll have to look at that when we actually have some stats on it. Androxus, Nether Step, recharges every 10 seconds and has a max of 2 charges. And Legendary Run Darkstalker, Nether Step now has 3 charges and charges are not linked. Okay. Sky, Risk Crossbow, they added new special effects for the first show when emerging from stealth. Victor, Iron Sign, increased the cooldown, or that's supposed to be Iron Sight, I'm sorry. Increased cooldown, and then Hustle, they increased cooldown. So Victor got a bit of a nerf on this cooldowns for his abilities. Ying, Illusion added an indicator of the healing area. Okay, I like that. I definitely like that. Resonance, they adjusted it to heal nearby allies for health equal to the damage dealt when illusion explodes. Okay. Bomb King, they have King Bomb will now explode automatically on contact with the enemy and has an increase in pre-fire charge up time. Okay. And you have Drogo's Dragon Punch. They added a new special effect and increased the pre-fire charge up time. All right, so Bomb King and Drogo's, the charge ups on their ultimates, they're gonna take a little bit longer, I guess, but they will explode automatically, of course, when they hit your target. That's pretty much it for all of the new things for this update, guys. If you have any questions, want to add anything to it, of course, I do have another video that I'm going to be releasing probably tomorrow after this one, which will be talking about what's coming up soon, which is the public test server. So stay tuned for that, guys. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and of course make sure you hit the like button, because that helps us out a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, or anything at all. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. With that being said, though, thank you again for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I am Soulbash. You guys have a nice day.